Alright, so My Hero Academia Season 5 Episode 103 has released, and we're doing this now. We're going to be reviewing and analyzing every episode like I did with Attack on Titan. Let's get started. So the beginning of the episode is very important because it basically gives us a huge chunk of new story for this Season 5, specifically about the Liberation Army. So it looks like what Hawks is doing is exactly what we thought. He's basically sort of quote-unquote infiltrating the enemy, which is the Liberation Army, and figuring out what their plans are. So it seems he's in this sort of League of Villains division or something, because obviously the League of Villains and the Liberation Army have in some way or shape or form teamed up, because the people from the League of Villains they're assisting this Liberation Army's ideology based on Destro, or what this guy says. Apparently you really get the Destro-ness. That's apparently what they want Hawks to be spreading around, which is why he's been giving a lot of heroes these books to spread around the ideology so more people agree with it, so when they do go full through with it, more people will be okay with it, So it seems like for the most part, most of the hero, or at least what Hawks tells them, is that heroes are investigating the League's involvement in Daika City's incident, which apparently has something to do with Tomura. We don't know really what it is right now, but we do know it's very important and it has connection to the Liberation Army. So, besides that, Endeavor finally figures out what Hawks is trying to tell him, that the Liberation Army is going to attack in 4 months. Specifically, we find out that they're going to destroy a big portion of Japan. Specifically, Tomura is going to make a huge explosion in a bunch of different places in Japan in 4 months when the Liberation Army basically attacks. So whether they're not teamed up or not, I still don't really know. I'm pretty sure they are teamed up, but I could be wrong. We just know that there's a big group of villains who are going to attack. They have a lot of manpower, and they're going to be attacking in 4 months. Now, another thing is that Hawks mentioned this, and this wasn't in the last episode, is that in case of failure, they're going to use the 3 heroes, Deku, Mr. Fire and Ice, and Kachan, to use as basically insurance to fight these guys. So basically, that's why Endeavor was told to get these 3 guys on part of his team, was because they're going to need as much manpower as possible, and these guys are pretty strong, and they're going to need them to help them fight these guys in case they aren't able to stop the big explosion fight thing that happens in 4 months, the big takeover, which, if you ask me, based on most animes I've seen, they will fail at trying to prevent this, and it will happen, and these 3 are going to have to fight. That's just my personal guess. If they prevented it, that'd be kind of boring, because it would just be like, oh, we did it. So we see Hawks walking around trying to figure out what to do in the time that he has. He's trying to figure out, what should I do right now? Should I have how should I have heroes surround it? First, he needs to figure out who the heroes are that are involved in this. The heroes that are pretending that they're part of the real world, but are actually part of the Liberation Army. And then he needs to also find out all of their bases that they're going to keep, because, this is about to happen. So yeah, the biggest news is that these guys are basically, the 3 heroes are like insurance, basically. They're putting their lives on the line without even knowing it, that they're going to have to fight these guys in case the plan to prevent in the big battle in 4 months fails. We also see Hawks talking about a bunch of the heroes. We see a little montage of all of them, and it just makes me think that most of them are going to fight in this, and probably some of them are going to die. You're trying to get, pull the heartstrings, right? Make you think, oh wow, look at all these amazing heroes, all these children, and then they all die. The rest of the episode is basically just Endeavor teaching the 3 some of the stuff that he learned and experienced in the city to basically get them to be, powerful heroes. He's just kind of like, oh, make sure, you learn this and you learn that. Deku and the other ones tell them their weaknesses, like Deku can't get that little wisp thing to come out fully, stuff like that. So the rest of the episode isn't too, lore heavy, besides just Endeavor now knowing he really needs to teach these kids how to fight well, otherwise they're gonna die. So yeah, that's basically this episode. Now let's go into the episode preview. So it looks like we won't be getting too much lore for the next episode either. It looks to be that Uraraka and I think it's Sue are going to team up, or their 2 hero things are gonna combine for a mission. And so it's kind of going to be a fun episode. I don't think they might drop little tiny hints of what's going on in the Liberation Army, but besides that, I doubt too much is going to be in there story-wise. So it's just going to be another fun little episode, kind of like the rest of this episode after the whole Hawks thing. So So yeah, this next episode, it's gonna be cool. I can't wait for the preview of the next episode, because that'll be very important. Anyway, there you go. That's my little explain video. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. And if you can watch my last video, I put a lot of effort into it, getting Ness into Elite Smash by spamming. It was a very funny video. I got a lot of weird hate for it, because people thought I was being toxic. I don't think I was, but I mean, it's up to you guys. If you can go watch that video, tell me what you thought. And yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.